The story begins with a plane battling a terrible storm where our main character, Linda, is returning from a business trip with her friends. Everything was going smoothly when suddenly the plane started shaking violently, and in the very next moment, there was a loud explosion. Those who were standing without seatbelts were thrown around badly. Immediately after, a part of the cabin burst open due to the pressure, and some people were blown straight out by the strong gusts of wind. Amidst this chaos, the manager grabbed Linda's leg tightly to save himself, while another man reached out to help the boss. But the boss ruthlessly pushed him outwards. However, as he was falling, he grabbed the manager's leg, which completely threw off his balance, and both of them fell out of the plane together. Linda hadn't even recovered from this shock when she suddenly felt darkness closing in all around her, and the plane, out of control, was plummeting straight toward the ocean. Luckily, the angle of the crash was such that the plane didn't explode immediately and her life was spared. But seeing the water rushing in rapidly, Linda quickly unbuckled her seatbelt and swam out. Even after surviving, she found no relief because now she was stranded in the middle of a vast, endless, and deserted ocean. Just then, she spotted a small island in the distance and, using all her strength, started swimming toward it. By morning, she somehow managed to reach the island, and for the moment, her life was saved, but she had no idea that the real danger was just about to begin. After walking a short distance, she spotted a man lying on the shore. She immediately ran toward him, and when she got closer, she realized it was none other than her boss, Bradley. He had also survived the accident and, unconscious, had drifted here with the waves. Although his leg had broken during the fall, he was the only one among the others who survived. Still, Linda wasn't happy to see him because in the company, he was the one she hated the most. In fact, she was the most capable employee in the strategy department, and through her hard work, she had earned her boss's trust and was on her way to becoming a manager. But just before she could join, her boss died and his son Bradley took over the company. As soon as he became the boss, he snatched away Linda's promotion and gave that position to his sycophantic friend. Not only that, he and his friends would often gang up to humiliate Linda. Thinking about all this, Linda felt like leaving him there, but then she thought that if she helped him, she might become manager again. So she immediately picked up a sharp stone and started cutting banana leaves. Then, using a tree for support, she made a frame and tied leaves and twigs together with vines to build a small hut. After arranging for shelter from the sun, she thought about finding water. She dug a hole in the sand, placed coconut shells inside, and covered it with leaves. Soon it started raining, and she was able to easily collect drinkable water. Once the rain stopped, the weather cleared up, and after quite a while, Bradley finally regained consciousness. Linda immediately went to him and started giving him water. When Bradley found out that Linda had saved his life, he hesitantly said thank you to her. After that, Linda showed off her skills in front of him by rubbing sticks together to make a fire, and soon she caught a fish and even cooked it. But for Bradley, who was used to a life of luxury and comfort, that fish was nothing short of garbage. Still, to fill his stomach, he was forced to swallow that fish without any salt or spices. Linda, on the other hand, had no problem with this food. In fact, even after being stranded in this place, she was extremely happy because there was no one here to put her down, and she could happily spend many days here. Gradually, a few days passed, and the effects of the environment started to show on both of them. On one hand, Linda was getting happy even with the smallest things, while Bradley was just trying to get by somehow. He wanted to get out of there. He asked why she hadn't made any SOS signal on the shore yet, or why she hadn't made the fire bigger so that someone from the staff could spot them from above. According to him, that's what Linda should have done first, but she hadn't done any of that. At this, he started yelling at her angrily and taunting her, saying that she was just pretending to take care of him for no reason. Even though he was helpless because of his broken leg, after all the help Linda had given him for so many days, he still acted like it was his right. Hearing what he said, Linda realized that just flattering him wouldn't win his heart. She realized that he would only understand her true worth when he experienced some hardship himself. With this in mind, Linda got up without saying a word and left him alone. At first, Bradley kept taunting her for this behavior too, but soon after, he started to realize what a big mistake he had made. Still, he remained arrogant and waited for Linda to come back on her own. But as he kept waiting, an entire day passed, and finally his pride began to break. Yet, Linda still didn't return by nightfall. Late at night, a fierce storm began to blow, and in no time, the hut that Linda had built was blown away.